Hello and welcome, I'm Elvira, and in this video I will walk you through the meal planner spreadsheet that I made to streamline my grocery shopping experience. As a household that used to shop around 16 times a month, I realized that is a problem and we need to start meal planning ASAP to save us both time and money. So the result of this realization is this meal planner that I'm about to show you. And honestly, it has been such a game changer because I don't have to write down the grocery list in my notes app manually anymore. And also I don't have to remember all the ingredients for recipes I want to make that week. It's all in one single place, and with just a couple of clicks, I get a ready-to-use shopping list and off to the store I go. So let me show you how it works and how to set it up. If you have purchased the meal planner already, this is the PDF file you will receive in your email. So here you have two options. You can either click on the meal planner button or head to the video tutorial you are watching now. Now let's go to the meal planner itself. I will open it in my browser. And this is what should open. All you have to do here is click on this Use Template button. And in case it keeps loading forever, it either means that you haven't logged on your Google account, so you need to log in your Google account, or you don't have enough space in your Google Drive, which means you just need to delete a couple of files from there and then try again. So now let's click on this button. And in case you didn't see the Use Template button at all, don't worry. All you have to do is go to File, Make a Copy, rename the file if you'd like, and click Make a Copy. And that will make a copy of the original file so you can edit it. So this first sheet is the setup sheet. And over here you can also access the instructions video you're watching now. But mainly this setup tab is used to write down all of your food categories and all of the units you use. Over here I have already filled out the food categories, but you can simply just delete them and write your own if you'd like. And also in terms of units, if you don't use some of the units I have added here or you use different units, you can again delete like kilograms and grams and replace them with the units that you use. The next thing you need to do is add all of your favorite recipes, and this is something that will take you the longest in this spreadsheet. So I now headed to the breakfast tab, and to add all of your recipes, all you have to do is write the name. So I will write avocado toast. And over here you have two options. You can either include an emoji of the food it represents or an image of the food from the internet, or maybe a picture that you have taken on your phone. I will show you how to do both options. So to include an emoji, all you have to do is double click inside the cell and use this shortcut. And I will go to foods and find something that represents avocado toast. So I don't think they have avocados, but they definitely have toast. Okay, I will just go with this one. Okay. Next, you need to add all of the ingredients that go into this particular recipe. So I know it's avocado, sourdough bread, what else? And usually I add an egg on top. And then as for the category, these are sourced from the setup page. So the categories are sourced from here and units are sourced from here. So category, that is a veggie, sourdough bread, that's bakery, bread and bakery, and egg, that's eggs, dairy and eggs. and then write down the quantity of how much you need. So it's like 1 avocado, 1 piece of bread, and 1 egg. I'm just gonna go with pieces for each. And that is what you need to do for all of your recipes, including lunch, dinner, dessert, and snacks. But I'm not going to bore you with filling out all of my recipes, so I'm going to just cut the video here and come back to you in a sec. Okay, I have now added a couple of my favorite recipes across all of these tabs, but I also remembered that I forgot to show you how to insert images inside cells in case you don't want to use emojis, but you want to use pictures from the internet or pictures you have taken with your camera. So what you want to do is you want to click inside the cell where you want to insert the image. I'm going to delete this emoji, go to insert image, insert an image in the cell. Then click browse and choose the image that you want to use. Currently I don't have any images of foods here, but let's just use this one for the sake of this example. It's going to upload, and this is what it looks like. My pro tip for you is to remove background for your image. So if you have a picture of the food on the table and you want it to look a little bit more fancy, I suggest either using Canva Pro to remove background and make the background transparent, or just use a free online background remover tool. And that is just going to make the picture look a little bit nicer and more aesthetic, just like these emojis. It's just the food and not the background like here. But I am just going to stick with the emoji for now. And as we have filled out all of the recipes, we can now head to the meal planner tab. So over here, you want to plan out all of the meals that you want to make in a week. Let's start with Monday. And for breakfast, you can choose all of the recipes that you have added in the breakfast tab. So let me go with banana pancakes. The same as for lunch, you can choose all of the recipes that you have added in the lunch tab. So I will go with Caesar salad, the same for dinner, the same for dessert, and the same for snacks. So now you can plan out your entire week. And in case you plan to have leftovers, let's say on Tuesday for Caesar salad, you can just leave the lunch cell blank. And you don't have to fill out all of the cells if you don't plan to make anything for that particular meal. And also at the top here, I have added this quote that I really like, but you can delete it if you don't like it and write something of your own. Now, as we have completed this weekly meal planner, we can now head to the shopping list tab. And over here, you will see that the shopping list has automatically populated based on the recipes that we chose in the meal planner. So this comes straight from the meal planner, and it is sorted by category. So all of the baking supplies are together, all of the bread and bakery supplies are together, all of the canned goods are together, and so on. So it's super easy for you to shop using the shopping list because it is sorted by category, and usually the categories are in one place inside a grocery store. But there might be items that you always have in your pantry or you always need to have in your fridge that are not included in any of your recipes. For me, it's definitely milk that I need for my coffee. So I will add it here, and I need 1 bottle of milk always on hand. And over here, you can choose to either add it or not add it in your shopping list. For example, let's say if I checked my fridge and I still have milk there, I will not add it in my weekly shopping list. But if I don't have it, I will just tick this box and it will automatically be added in the shopping list. And also, once the item is in the shopping list, it will be highlighted in this blue color. So for example, if you have items here, essentials that you always need to have on hands, but they are already included in some of your recipes, you will easily see that. So for example, let's say if I always need to have baking soda on hands and I see that it's included in one of the recipes I want to make that week, it is automatically highlighted. So you will be able to see easily what products you don't need to include in the shopping list from the essentials table. When you go shopping, I highly suggest opening your Google Drive app on your phone, opening up this tab, this file, and then this shopping list tab on your phone. And you can simply just tick these boxes when you put the items in your cart. Also, it might be the case when you have some of the ingredients on hand already from the recipes that you're making. So I highly suggest just double checking this shopping list when you're at home. Tick off all of the items that you already have on hand and then go grocery shop and only buy the items that you do not have at home. And also a little fun feature that I included here is this progress tracker. So once you have purchased all of the items that you need, you will see this progress bar become completely green, and here you will see all done. Let me show you how it's going to look like. I'm just going to quickly highlight these, click space, and this is what it's going to look like once you have purchased all of the groceries that you need. When you are planning your meals for the following week, let's say you have used the spreadsheet and this is what it looks like when you have planned out your first week of groceries, all you have to do on the shopping list tab is highlight all of these tick boxes. I just clicked inside this cell and I'm holding shift and I'm clicking inside the last cell I have ticked, and then I click space, and that will untick all of the boxes. And then go to meal planner and obviously change these as necessary. And also remember to untick these boxes the same way as I just showed you for the shopping list. And this is how you set up my meal planner spreadsheet. I hope it will change your grocery shopping experience for the better. I know it did for me, and I'm so happy that I have this tool now because it has cleared up so much mental space in my head. And if you have any questions you would like to ask, leave them down in the comments or reach out to me via email. I'm always happy to help. I hope you have a great rest of your day and see you in the next one.